Y'all, let me tell you how Glenna the Good Wig has been giving me life for these past 2 weeks. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick update while I get ready and speak about this book I've been reading called Outwitting the Devil. Stay tuned and let's talk. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I have gotten the most overwhelming feedback about Glenna the Good Wig from men, women, and children alike, okay? Before we get into that, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick brow, as you can see, and pop on a quick lash and head out on some errands. So I am Lay the Stylist, and here on this channel, my goal is to empower you with stories, strategies, and solutions that uplift and transform your mindset. I am here to connect beauty, wealth, and health through inspiring conversation so we can thrive in every area of our life. So as you can see, I put the tiniest bit of liner in my brow, and I'm just going to go ahead and brush that through. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put on my liner glue. You would put it on just as if you would do a wing liner. That way, when you pop your lash on, it has no choice but to stick into where you put the glue. So just be careful, take your time, just as you should in life. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. And while the glue is drying, I'm going to go ahead and, do little touches and fixes on Miss Glenna over here. Okay, y'all, listen. We're going to get into her, okay? We're going to get into her. But let's talk about Outwitting the Devil right quick, okay? So to me, this is more than just a book, okay? It was like a mirror being held up to my deepest fears. A conversation with the enemy within. Baby, Glenna is not disappointing at all, okay? While I pop on this lash, I'm going to go ahead and dig a little further. Yes, I am reusing my lash. Yes, I did clean it. Mind your business. So the author, Napoleon Hill, claims to have interviewed the devil himself. But not the red horn devil with the pitchfork, with the fire and brimstone. No, not that kind of devil, okay? He was using it like a metaphor for what they call drift. It's that overwhelming state of aimlessness that turns into complacency. His argument is that drifting keeps us from fulfilling our fullest potential, from claiming our rightful place in this world, which is filled with abundance. He asks such probing questions that it almost entices the devil to give up or uncover all the tricks and tools that the devil uses to ensnare us. Fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of loss of love, fear of poor health, and most of all, death. There goes my Conair. There goes my girl. She never fails. Come on, Conair. For Miss Glenna here, we're going to go ahead and set it to its lowest heat setting, which is 300 degrees. Now, I've told you before that all synthetic wigs are not made equally, so you need to check the manufacturer's guidelines. But for the most part, if you keep it between 275 and 350, you should be good. But it may have to be a little trial and error. So before I go in and use my actual makeup, I use whatever residual was left on the brush from the last time I applied it. And if it needs a little bit more, I feel like it needs to be a little darker, then I'll go back in with my, of course, Ruby Kisses in 16, and I use the darkest side for myself. Really saturate that brush, okay? Okay, so back to Napoleon Hill's Outwitting the Devil. You're probably wondering, how does this relate to hair? If your life was a head of hair, right? Drifting is like neglecting that. Ignoring the split ends, letting product build up, or skipping essential nourishing treatments that may be needed. By the time you look up, your hair is lifeless, dull, and fragile. Just like your dreams in your life, if you do not take action with purpose. Just like your hair needs intentional care. Intentional care. Intentional care. You decide to set goals and nurture your mind with positive habits, you can fight the drift. You can fight drifting. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I've been a drifter for 15 years. I was so afraid of this YouTube space. I was so afraid of being judged. I was so afraid of failing. I was so afraid of putting myself out there, my barest bones. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to know that you're not alone. I'm on this journey with you, okay? So I've given you the story, right? So I also owe you solutions and strategies. To fight the drift and the aimlessness, you need a definiteness of purpose. That is the ability to clearly see what you want, define what you want out of life, and relentlessly pursue that thing. Okay, so boom, let's compare it to like a hair care routine, okay? If you don't have one, all you can do is hope that your hair will magically look amazing, okay? But when you know which products to use, techniques, and styles that work best for you, you won't have to hope. You've laid the plans, you've set the goal. So the routine for life is this. Here are your strategies. Master self-discipline, seek knowledge, and don't run or hide from adversity. Use it to be your teacher. Y'all see how those ends were? And then when I put that heat to it, baby, bouncy, buttery, Glenna, the good wig. Okay? And another thing, your environment matters. Surround yourself with positive influences. Other people, your own thoughts. That truly does nurture growth. It's no different from choosing the right stylist, the person you go to, and possibly speak all kind of private things to. And the products that you pick, that you choose, that's the environment that your hair lives in. The wrong environment can definitely ruin your hair, just as it can derail your life. You understand what I'm saying to you? Trust me, I know. So I like the Farrah Fawcett look, so I always curl my hair to the back. I use big chunks because I want my curls to be a little bigger. I'm holding it, ensuring that it freezes in place. You can take your clips and all that good stuff and hold it. When I use my clips now, those curls, when I say they last, honey, they last. But I'm gonna be in and out, and I'll probably, when I take her off, throw her in the chair and chill out for the rest of the day. Okay? When you're doing all of this, you know what I'm saying? Please don't be like me, wasting time about appearances or criticism for other people or living up to other people's expectations. And as a stylist and a self-proclaimed perfectionist, how many times do we allow other people's opinions shape our self-worth or our style? Napoleon Hill suggests that we should break free from those chains, one decisive action at a time. Sometimes, the lace can still be a little ashy, after all of the products and things like that. So the frizz buster will get rid of all of the product that has maybe dried up. So the moral of the story is this right here. The devil wins only if you let him. When you recognize drifting for what it is, aimlessness, procrastination, fear, recognize it for what it is, man. That way you can decide to live with intention. We can be unstoppable, y'all. I hate it took me 15 years to figure this out. So whether it's mastering your finances, improving your relationship, simply getting your hair into the best shape of its life, the story Outwitting the Devil reminds us that victory begins with a decision to take charge of our lives and decide. Listen, y'all, I don't have no real complaints about old girl right here. You know what I'm saying? Besides your normal wear and tear from a synthetic wig, baby. Run, don't walk to get her. Let me know in the comments if you know what your purpose is. Like and share. I love you. See you later, my wealthy beauties.